Hey, YouTube friends and family, what is going on? It is your girl Queen, right? And I know y'all like, girl, where you been? What's been going on? What's been happening? It's been a minute since I've been on here, and I actually had um, a whole bunch of videos planned that I wanted to talk to you guys about, but your girl been going through some things. Oh, Satan been on my head trying to get me, y'all. Y'all don't even know, okay? Let me see my I forgot. I'm not gonna even bring in, even lie. I forgot about the subjects of the other videos because I got some more pressing issues right now. But like I said, Satan has been on me and my family, y'all. Like it is just the thing to do. Okay. We recently lost my grandmother. It's my last grandma. Passed 2 weeks ago or so. So, yeah, grandma passed. The family was getting into it. Everybody was like on my mom because my mom has actually been the one taking care of my grandma for the last 10 years. And none of her sisters has tried to help her. Really, it's just, do you need some help with mom? You want to take a vacation? You need a little break? Let me come over. Let me, do what I can do to assist you or whatever. None of that shit. But the minute shit all go bad, they blaming my mom like she done did something. My mom ain't did nothing. She did what she was supposed to do, take care of her mama. You know what I'm saying? So, um, there was just a whole bunch of madness behind that. My aunties are all on Facebook burning my mama out, talking about, how she, God, what was the beef? How she didn't wasn't notifying nobody of, my grandmother's condition and all this other stuff. But you guys got to keep in mind that the whole time my mom had been taking care of my grandmother, this is not the first time she got sick. You see, the business is she had a stroke about a month ago. So she was already, my grandmother's in her 80s, in her late 80s, and she got problems. She's old, you know what I'm saying? She got old people problems, and the high blood pressure, dementia, all these things are going on. So she had a stroke a couple of weeks ago, and my mom did call my aunties. My grandmother was just really like, don't tell them, if anything happened to me because they don't care. No way, they don't come see me. So don't even tell them. But my mom did call them and let them know that my grandmother had suffered from a stroke. I want to say a stroke. Oh, God, did the heart attack come first? You know what? It was a heart attack. It was a heart attack she had the month or so ago. So yeah, my mom notified all my aunties, and a few of them did pop up, just for a minute, just to see their mom and say hi, whatever. But they didn't really try to stay and assist in taking care of her or anything like that. My grandmother, she has a hard time walking. She's had a hard time walking for a long time, a few years. And my sister lives out here with me in Bakersfield, and assists me because of my condition. But she had to go, she was gone from here for 3 months. She had to go and help my mom with my grandmother, pushing her around. Because my mom, mind you, my mom is elderly too. My mom is pushing up on 70. So, she needed my sister's help to take my grandmother to doctor's appointments and, push her in a wheelchair, just, help her feed her and, bathe her and make sure she's taken care of. So my sister went out there and did that. And then, yeah, so now a couple of weeks ago, everybody, when all this was happening, everybody was all on Facebook, talking about how my mom was fucked up and she wasn't telling nobody nothing. She was keeping everything a secret and, all these other issues. And mind you, so there we have it. Grandma's already sick. And like I said, she's been having problems walking for some years. This isn't like anything new that just popped up. So we went down and we saw her on Christmas. Thank God that we did get to visit her on Christmas. My mom made that possible. She rented a car for us to come down there because she said that my grandmother wanted all her grandkids and her great grandkids for Christmas. So we were able to make that happen. Thank God, because that is actually the last time I saw my grandmother alive. And yeah, the family. Oh my God, the dissension. You guys know how people get when people die. I don't understand it. I don't know why it happens, but it does. People just get crazy when somebody is dying, and all kind of old shit come out, and people got grudges and just bringing up just shit that don't even need to be focused on at the moment. That shouldn't really even be an issue. Family should be an issue, and that should be what's most important right now. So anyway, yeah, that went on. Um, then we ended up losing my grandmother 2 weeks ago. Grandma died. Um, and she was my sister. Like I said, was there. My sister was actually there for the last month doing hospice care for my grandmother. She had a DNR. She didn't want to be um, stuck on breathing machines and things like that to keep her alive. So they pulled all that and they took my grandma home where she wanted to be, where she wanted to die. So still back and forth, my family's having issues. They're attacking my mom, and me, I'm sorry, no matter how old you get, you're always going to defend your mom. And especially to me, in this case, even looking at it objectively, they were wrong. My mom was the one there taking care of her, not you guys. So how can you even come about the blue now years later and want to try to dictate some shit dictate on how some shit is supposed to go? And it's not going to work. I'm sorry. That's just not how it goes. So anyway, thankfully, my grandmother died. She just went to sleep, basically, is what my sister said. So that was good. She wasn't suffering no more, and she just went to sleep. So that's how most of us probably wish that we could go. We just go to sleep and don't wake up. Um, so yeah, that day, my mom and my sister had said basically that they knew she wasn't going to make it through the night because she had a doctor or she had a nurse, come out every day and, to bathe her, help bathe her, and keep up with her vitals and track her vitals and all these sorts of things. She had a nurse come out. So the nurse had basically, and my grandmother was on oxygen, you know, um, again against her will, but she was on oxygen. Um, so the nurse basically told my mom that one day was I want to say the 31st of January. That's all I want to say. Oh, God, that's terrible. Yeah, about 3 weeks ago. So, the nurse basically told them that she wasn't going to make it through the night. Her breathing was really shallow. And, she wasn't going to make it through the night, exactly what happened. She didn't make it through the night. She went to sleep, and my sister called me, and of course, I'm upset. I was more upset than I thought I would be. I thought I was prepared. You know how you try to prepare yourself for death or somebody's passing. You think you can prepare yourself for it, and actually you can't. Even if you know that they're passing or things is going to happen, you can't really prepare yourself for it, no matter how hard you try. Hey y'all, so anyway, I'm back. I forgot where I was. Um, excuse me, I keep rubbing my face and stuff. Y'all, I just woke up. I ain't gonna even lie. It's early in the morning. It's about, I don't know, about 7 shit early for me. Cause y'all know the girl don't really get moving till like 11. Shoot, I'm incoherent before then. I ain't gonna even lie, but I got my little coffee right here. So trying to tell y'all what's up. Senior moments. Okay, yeah. So anyway, grandma passed and grandma wanted to be cremated. She didn't want a funeral. So, my mom followed her wishes. Of course, it was beef with the family about that. They want to have a funeral and repasses and memorials and all this other stuff. And, that's on them. Grandma already been cremated. Her ashes has been distributed to whoever wanted her ashes. And to us, it's a done deal, but they still trying to do some shit. And to me, it's really like it's your guilty conscience because you wasn't there. So we fine with everything. I visited my grandmother. I called my grandmother. I talked to her. At least 2 3 times a month and things like that. So, and I saw her on Christmas again. So, like I said, I'm okay with that. And to be perfectly honest, I did not want to see my grandmother dying, and getting small and weak like she did, like my sister witnessed when she was there. I really didn't want to see my grandmother like that. I don't think I could have handled it. So, anyway, yeah, you guys, excuse me. So all this time, this is going on, and yeah, yeah, I'm smoking. I started smoking again. I just do it every now and again, but this stress is just like something else. And when I found out that was the next subject. When I found out that my grandmother had died, I don't know. It's just like my body went under attack or whatever. And I've been real independent for several years now. I've been in this chair for four. I've been independent, able to move myself and get myself to the bathroom and all these other issues and things for 3 years now. But I'm thinking it was stress. It was psychological stress. And now actually I'm knowing it is because of the events that have led up to it and the events that happened afterwards and what's happening now. So I actually reverted back to like I did when I first came home from the hospital. I mean, I was able to know when I need to use the bathroom and all these other things, but I could not move by myself. Like literally, my fiance had to move me. You know what I'm saying? Like when I need to go to the bathroom, whatever, he had to move my legs, to help me position across the bed. He had to help me transfer to the commode, and all these things. And this shit went on for like about a week, after finding out grandma passed. And then you guys, I ended up in the hospital. I ended up in San Joaquin Community Hospital for what they called an altered, what they call that shit. Y'all know I'm bipolar, so basically I had a breakdown, like a real for real breakdown. I didn't even know shit had happened. I'm missing a whole week, all these sorts of things. I just came home from the hospital. I was in the hospital for a little over about a week, maybe a little over a week, and I've been home for a week. So this let you know how recent this is. We talking about the last 2 or 3 weeks that these events transpired. So anyway, yeah, I got to the point where, my fiance had to help me move across the bed and all these other things. Like I said, like reverted back to when I was in the hospital. And now I'm knowing it was basically psychological stress, you guys, and it attacked my body like for real, real hard. So after this, let me think. My sister came home. So this is I got out last Wednesday. So let's go back to the Wednesday before that. My sister came home from being in LA, helping my mom with my grandmother, and all the types of things that needs to be done. Once somebody has passed, she was there with my grandmother. When my grandmother died, she was there with my mom and everything. Thank God, my mom had that mental support because she wasn't getting it from nowhere else. Basically, nobody was giving a fuck about what she was going through, and to me, that was just real wrong and that was foul. But like they say, when somebody passed, it's always one child. If they got kids, it's always just going to be one that's dedicated, to taking care of them and getting them through the end of life basically. And my mom was that one, and thank God she had my sister too. So basically, it was them too, and they were a team and they had each other, for moral, mental, and emotional support. So my sister came home on Wednesday. I don't know the dates, y'all. I'm sorry. I could probably look at the calendar, but I don't feel like doing all that right now. I ain't gonna even lie. I'm not up to that right now. So let's do it like this. Today is Tuesday after President's Day. Today is Tuesday, February 21st. I came home from the hospital a week ago this Wednesday. So this is, let's say, 2 weeks ago, this coming up Wednesday. So my sister came home from the hospital from LA for helping my mom, you know, with Grandy and end of life and, burial, end of life arrangements, however you want to say that. She came home Wednesday. She hadn't been here a couple of hours. Let me tell you, Wednesday night, not even Wednesday night, Wednesday, she came home. My mom and my mom's man actually brought her home. They drove her home. So she came home Wednesday. By Wednesday night, all hell had broke loose. Again, she like, I just want to go to sleep, nigga. Damn. She like, I've been up. She was still grieving. She was still going through her grieving process. 'Cause like I said, she was there when my grandmother died, and she really hadn't had the time to sit down and process mentally and emotionally what was going on. And then lo and behold, she come home to my madness basically. So she came home Wednesday, before my mom and them left. We was about to take a picture, so I was sitting on the edge of my bed, and my mom was like sitting somewhere in the vicinity. We were like close enough to take a picture. So my sister sit down on the bed, and my motherfucking bed flipped. Like it didn't flip, but it just like whoosh, And she jumped up, and I ended up like I'm on the floor. Basically, I'm just got my hand down here, holding my body up, trying to keep me from falling on the floor. So it's like, oh fuck, 911. So my mom was calling her boyfriend, and everybody was in there, and they were because if I was in on the floor by myself, or if it would have just been me and my sister, I would end up calling the paramedics to have to come and get me up off the floor. So they happened to be there. Shut up. I don't want to hear no beef about me smoking. Okay, I really don't because I already know. Trust me. But shit, man, life sometimes come snatch your ass up, and you got to find some kind of vice. So this is what I'm doing. It is what it is. Okay. So luckily they were able to get me up off the floor. You know, my mom's dude is like 6'5". I don't know, about 200 plus pounds. You know, he's a muscular dude. And then it was, let me see, it was me, my sister, my mom, my mom's man, and my son, my 10-year-old. So when I'm almost on the floor, of course, I'm the first thing I did was panic. I'm not even gonna lie. I was holding myself up, but I was, you know, with my arm basically, but I was panicking. And my mom and my sister, like, immediately, you know, and first thing they doing is calling him. His name is Harold. They're like, Harold, Harold, you know, come. So he comes, and you know, they see me on the floor, and then finally, like, my arm just gave out, and now I'm completely on the floor. Okay, just I'm on the floor, not halfway on, not hanging on, not nothing. I'm on the floor. So he basically, all of them, just like, you know, he grabbed my main part. He's like, you know, hold on to him basically, you know, and he's grabbing the top half. My sister got one leg, my son and my mama got the other leg, and I'm really like, I didn't want my mom to help because my mom had back surgery and her back is already fucked up, and I really didn't want her helping trying to get me up off the floor, you know, because my mom is small. She's like, I think she say like one weight like 140 now. Shit, y'all know I'm 3 plus, you know, or pushing up, yeah, about 3 plus. So anyway, you know, they're able with him basically. All they did was like basically get my ass. So they're able to just like woof, I'm back on the bed, you know, but I'm at the edge of the bed. So then her dude is like hold on to him again, and I grab his arms, and then you know I'm pulled up. The bed is, you know, I'm pulled up to the top to the head of the bed, but I'm crying at this point. I'm not even lie. I was panicked. I was crying. I was hurt. You know, I was already hurting because I have just chronic pain since surgery or whatever. So I'm hurt, I'm panicking. But they managed to get me, you know, on the bed. I'm safe, I'm sound, didn't have to call the paramedics, nothing like that. And at this time too, my fiance wasn't here. So I forget where he was at, but he wasn't here at that time. But so, you know, they get me back on the bed and I'm crying, I'm in tears, you know, I'm thinking him, I'm thinking everybody for getting me up off the floor or whatever. And they're like, I should go to the hospital, you know. But I'm like, shit, I ain't trying to go to no hospital. Really, I just want to be here. Just, you know, let me just be in my bed. Let me think about the events that just transpired, you know, and what's been going on for the last couple of weeks. Let me just do that, right? You know, do me. So I didn't go to the hospital. But later on that night, after my dude came home, he came about 20, 30 minutes after they had left. And then, of course, he's in tears because he wasn't here. But then he's calling my mom, you know, and her man. He's leaving them voicemails, you know, thanking them for, you know, being here and helping me get up. And, you know, he basically, you know, shit, basically, he feel like shit happened on his watch. But thankfully, like I said, oh, that's my reacher and leg raiser and stuff. I'm like, what is that sticking up behind me? So, yeah, we did that. I didn't go to the hospital. I really didn't want to go to the hospital. So, Wednesday night, from my understanding, this is when shit started to really go bad. So Wednesday night, me and my dude get into an argument because he's, you know, like I said, I'm already going through all this stuff psychologically, emotionally. I was just on the floor, all this other stuff, processing. My grandmother died. I'm still grieving, you know, all this sorts of things. So that night, he's stressing me to take my motherfucking medicine. Okay. I'm like, babe, I'm gonna take my medicine. Just give me a minute, you know, because I had been laying down and I just sat up and I was feeling sick all that day. And basically that's just because I hadn't ate, you know, I hadn't eaten anything. I was working up on 24 hours. So when I did eat, we got Subway and I ate like maybe like a quarter of a half of a foot long, you know, and ate a few chips. I really didn't have an appetite, but you know, I did have to eat something because I was feeling sick and I was going to continue to be sick, you know. Um, Oh, I forgot the event that transpired up before then. Before this, you guys, the day before, I'm trying to think if this was the same day, God, or the day before. I want to say the day before, you guys, I was on the fucking commode. Like I said, psychological stress attacking my body, whatever. I was on my freaking commode for 24 hours, 26 hours straight. Okay. I'm not going to even lie. Like, I got up. uh, Tuesday morning, about 10, to use the commode. My body was under attack. All kind of, things was going on with my bowels and my bladder and everything. I was on the commode for 26 hours straight. Okay. So when I got off the commode, of course, I'm in pain. My ass is hurt because, numb, well, it was past numb. Because in case you guys didn't know, I do have some feeling. So, um, my ass is numb and my legs is numb from sitting on the commode. Y'all know how it is sitting on the commode for too long. First thing, your leg is gonna go numb, then it's gonna start hurting. But this is like my whole body, and that right there. And then that same night when I was on the floor, and so I had to use the bathroom again. My dude helped me get to the commode, and now I'm at the point where it's like, okay, I want to, because I needed his help. I'm like, okay, I want to get up. I'm done. I need to get off this commode. It's been like 2 hours. I let him eat and all this other stuff because he had been busy that day too. He had been doing a lot. I forget what he was doing, but it was a lot. So he was gone. He was busy. He was tired by the time he got home. So before him trying to help me get off the commode, I was like, "Oh, babe, go ahead, eat your dinner. Enjoy your dinner, eat your sandwich. Drink your beer or whatever. But as soon as you're done, like, I want to get up. I'm done. I need to get off of here. I can't sit here anymore." So we ended up getting into it about that because he didn't help me like when I wanted him to help me, 'cause he's just like, I just want to watch this real quick, digest my food or whatever. But it's like you have to think about it. I was previously on the commode for 26 hours, had only had like an 8 hour break, and I was back on the commode. So, at this point, my body is tired, my body is fed up, and it just is what it is. So anyway, um, I don't remember if he helped me get off the commode or if my sister helped me. But anyway, I was off the commode and I had laid down, because like I said, I was feeling sick. My stomach was sick, and I thought I'd get better if I ate something. So that's really why I wasn't trying to take meds because I had already previously taken meds, for 16 hours before I took like my cycle of meds, and I hadn't eaten, so I'm already sick. So he's stressing me about taking my meds, and I'm like, I don't want to take my meds right now. Just leave me alone. I feel sick. My head is spinning. My stomach is hurt. I feel like I'm puke. It's just going all bad, right now. So please leave me alone about my meds. But he just kept bothering me, kept bothering me, kept bothering me about taking my meds. So, and he's like, I'm mad at him. I ain't gonna even lie at this point because you left me on the commode for this long. I'm mad. I feel like that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I know we're not used to shit being like this again, but it is what it is. And right now, I should be a priority. That's just my fucking opinion. I should be a priority, not you resting and doing all this shit. Why don't you help me, get me comfortable, get me where I need to be, and then we can both relax. You know what I'm saying? So I was pissed at him. He studied harassing me about taking my fucking meds. And like it was like 2 hours. I'm like, I'm gonna take my meds, leave me alone. I'm gonna take them, I'm gonna take them, I'm gonna take them. I'm not going to sleep. I'm still up. You know what I'm saying? Just let me retch around and get me together. Fuck. Really. You know. The last thing I remember was him. He's in the bed, but he's laying behind me. I'm sitting up because I'm trying to do stuff on the computer. I hadn't had access to my computer for 2 days. Bills was compiling. I hadn't, been able to have the time to sit and pay our bills. I was stressing about that. I was stressing about grandma, grieving about grandma. I'm in pain because, I ended up on the floor. Then I was on a commode for 26 hours and, all this other stuff. So all this shit is just like on me. So, I snapped. And I haven't had a bipolar moment, y'all, in at least 3, 4 years. Let's say 3, 4 years. It's been a minute. But I snapped and I said, I told him, stop fucking talking to me. You being disrespectful. I told you I'm gonna take my meds. He's sitting behind me, just counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take your meds, take your meds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this shit is just like circling in my head, him counting, taking meds, and all this shit. And it's like, what, finally it just snapped and it's like, motherfucker, please just stop fucking talking to me. You know what I'm saying? So bipolar moment went on bad. I'm cussing him out. It's for like hours straight. I don't know if you guys are familiar with bipolar disorder, but sometimes it can get really bad. And at this point, even to my knowledge, I'm usually pretty aware of when, my triggers have been snapped and I'm close to that moment, but I didn't. I had no warning signs, no triggers or nothing. I just snapped. So I'm threatening him. It's like, motherfucker, stop talking to me. I swear to God, I will murder your ass up in here. You don't know me. You don't know bipolar. You think this shit is a game. It's not. It's not no joke. People do on bipolar get violent, and if, thank God that I was paralyzed and my ass couldn't move, because I probably would have stabbed his ass. But, shit, I can't move. But I'm pissed. I remember telling my sister, because I always carry a blade and mace in my bag, in my little bad light. If I would show y'all it in my bad light, but I'm in a wheelchair. I'm in these streets, and people do fucked up things to people in the wheelchair. So you're not gonna catch me slipping. So anyway, I'm telling her to give me my bag. I'm searching through my bag. I'm like, shit, my blade should be right here. I can't find my knife. I swear to God, I'm gonna stab this motherfucker in his throat. He better not come in here, lay down. I'll kill his ass in his sleep. It was just, it was all bad. Okay, my sister exhausted. She had rested for like two 2 hours. Mind you, this is the same day that she came home. I ended up on the floor, commode. All this is happening in the same time span. So she's up. I'm keeping her up all night. And it's like, you better tell his ass, don't come in here, don't touch me, don't say nothing, don't talk to me. He came in here one time and he just sat like in front of me in a chair, and he's just staring at me, which really, like, just like, want to attack his ass. And she like, dude, go and get out of here. Don't come in here. This nigga, she's serious. She done snapped, bipolar, ain't like that. It ain't no joke. Just go in there, sleep in the living room. So she got him out of here, and he went and slept in the living room. And I just remember ranting and raving like all night long, basically. I didn't go to sleep. I think this episode went on from like midnight to about 7 o'clock in the morning, and it's so serious. Like, I had planned on moving because we had been having problems and issues. And, it's always, when you have issues like that, it's always about finances. And it was, finances was an issue, in this process also. So I was about ready to move. I had called previously, a couple of days before. I had a storage bin. I don't know if you guys are familiar with some storage places. They bring out pods, like an actual storage pod, which you move your stuff in. They bring it to you. You move your stuff in it. Either you have them move it to the place that you're going to, or they will keep it in storage for you. So at this point, I'm like, I don't have a place yet, but I am moving. I don't give a fuck. I gotta get out of here. We just gonna go to a hotel, all kinds of things. And I remember telling my son, because he had put him on punishment for not listening. He was banned from playing video games and TV and stuff like that. And I remember telling him, okay, you're not on punishment no more. Just relax. You don't have to go to school today, and all this other stuff. And after that, you guys, that's pretty much all I remember. The next thing, I woke up in the hospital. I think it was a Monday, that following Monday. So this happened Wednesday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm missing. I don't know. I've been learning what happened since I've been home from the hospital. And I've been talking to my sister and my son and my fiance, whatever. But I'm missing like 5, 6 days. I wake up in the hospital on Monday, and it's like, they like, do you know where you are? And I'm like, after, a couple of days, it's like, shit, I'm at San Joaquin. They like, what's your name? I'm telling them my full name, my government. They like, what date it is. I'm confused. Shit, I don't know what fucking day it is. February something. I don't know. So, God, that was a Monday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Let's see, Monday, Tuesday. I came home on Valentine's Day. So that'll give you that time period right there. But before then, like I said, I was missing all that time. Um, Woke up in the hospital, confused, didn't know what the fuck was going on, where I was at, what had happened, or anything like that. So, the next couple of days, I'm in the hospital, and it is what it is. My fiance is there like every night. My son, I remember him bringing my son to come see me. And my son, y'all, my baby is something else. Okay, he's 10 going on 65, because he told them that he wanted to see his mom. Enough time had passed. He wanted to go see his mom, wanted to see what's up. He come in the hospital room, y'all, and he walks in there, and it's like, I'm looking at him, and it's like he the doctor or something. You know what I'm saying? He like, okay, mom, how you doing? I didn't see you in a couple of days. I need some love, and all this stuff. And I'm like, I miss you too, baby. I need some love, whatever. And he's like, I bought you some chocolate. What do you say? I bought you some chocolate some Valentine chocolate cupcakes and donuts or something like that. So I'm like, oh, okay, really, let me have it. Up to this point, y'all, I hadn't really been eating, so I've missed like 2 weeks. I ain't been eating and stuff like that, counting the days that I did not remember. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, let mom had the cupcakes or whatever. He gives it to me, and he's like, okay, so now is all this kookiness over with? All this craziness that you was going through? And I'm looking at him like, are you serious right now, little man? All this craziness, and I'm like, what craziness? He's like, oh, you was just mom. I couldn't take it. You just lost it. You was cuckoo. You was gone. Now, mind you, he's 10. So I'm like, dang, baby, it's like that. He was like, yeah, but as long as you better now. So nonchalant. He's all nonchalant with it, and I swear he's like 4 times his age. So he ends up going home. My fiance has his friend, one of our good friends, come and pick him up and take him from the hospital and take him home, but he stays the night. So during this night we're talking, you know, and he's giving me like bits and pieces of what happened and how I ended up in the hospital, and the crazy things I was saying and what was going on and what was going off and all this other stuff. And I'm gonna have them give you guys some details. I'm gonna see if they'll do like a little interview so we can all see, excuse me, what had happened, what had transpired those days that I'm missing, that actually I ended up in the hospital. So yeah, that oh God, that was that. Like I said, I came home a week ago. Now, mind you, I don't know if I told you guys I started my master's program or whatever, but I'm in a master's program. Psych is my major, and mental health counselor. Okay, that's that's my major. That's the license, and I'll have once I'm done. So anyway, I'm doing my master's at the University of Phoenix. Oh, excuse me. Let me see what time it is. I have an appointment. They're supposed to come pick up my wheelchair, and my sister just asked me something. If I wanted some pancakes. I've been wanting pancakes for a long time. Yeah, 2 is fine. Coast. Coast. Two is fine. No, thank you. So, oh, distracted. There go that squirrel again. Where was I, y'all? God, I don't know. I forgot. We'll pick that up later. And this video is going on. This is about half an hour. Yeah, so I'm gonna cut this short, you guys, and I'm gonna pick up with my master's program. That's where I was leaving off at. I'm gonna pick up with what's going on with school, with me, and all this madness that's been, this psychological madness and physical uh, madness and craziness and all this, how this is all combined and everything like that. So we're gonna talk about that. I'm gonna bring that up a little later. Um, I need to get off of here because I do have an appointment coming. An appointment. Uh, um, what do you call it? A repair person is supposed to come out and look at my wheelchair because I need some maintenance. My battery is only lasting like 2 days, and that's when I'm rolling around in the house. When usually I can go a whole week or 2 weeks, in the house without charging my battery. I've been having to charge it like every other day, and I haven't been outside. It's just been around the house. So we're gonna talk about. Yeah, we're gonna pick up with my master's program, and then I'm gonna try to get some bits and pieces so we can piece together this the things that transpired over the last 2 weeks that psychologically I wasn't, I had checked out basically. So I don't know what's going on. Some things have been missing. I know I lost some weight. Oh, since I came home from the hospital, it's been like a miraculous recovery. Now it's like I'm better than I was before all this even happened. Before I got weak again. So now it's like I'm stronger than I was then. But we're gonna talk about that later. Like I said, I got an appointment coming. I need to get myself together for. Um, yeah, so we're gonna talk about what's going on in my master's program, and we're gonna talk to my fiance and my sister, and possibly even my son, because he's 10, but He act like he know all the business. Okay, so we gonna piece together that what happened. I'm gonna bring this to a close. But it's just like over 30 minutes, and I really didn't mean to talk to you guys this long and hold you up like this. So it is what it is. Anyway, I'm gonna catch up with you later. We're gonna get this going. Again, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and press the subscribe button that is at the bottom of this video. We talk about some real shit here, and this is right now so far the realest that I've talked about. Besides me becoming paralyzed, this is like the realest it's gotten um, in a minute. So yeah, holler at your girl, I holler back. All right, Queen Right, I'm out.